Hi, my name is Bryan and this is my second podcast. This is my second video, and I feel like I posted my other video at least like 2 to 1 month, probably weeks by now. I don't know. I do recommend you watch that, but first you gotta watch this. So today, if you didn't read by the title, I'm gonna be talking about kind of some stuff, but I have someone special here too who I'm going to ask questions. And I will bring him here right now. Okay, I brought him here right now, so here he is. His name, here, you tell him.
Well, thank you for having me on the show today, Bryan. My name is Mr. Mascola. I am a technology teacher at Suffern Middle School, and I am the podcast club coordinator.
Well, thank you for telling that to my audience and me. I have a few questions to ask you today, if you don't mind me asking.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, I'll tell you right now.
So, pretty much, Bryan, I've always had an interest in broadcasting and radio. Growing up, I had always had, a dream potentially of becoming a sports radio or media broadcaster or some sort of announcer of games and things like that. So as I went to college for media production initially. I wasn't actually planning to be a teacher right off the bat. But then when I decided to become a teacher, I did want to have a technology element to it. And once I became a technology teacher here at the middle school, I thought it'd be a great idea to take something that I'm passionate about, that I know is becoming more and more popular amongst people today, and figured why not, have middle schoolers able to express themselves in a way where they could both talk instead of writing, talk in a way where they could edit their content, but also learn a skill that could be useful for not just expression, but for potential projects or potential communication or potential down the road, seeking something further in their podcast careers.
All right, thank you for telling me that. My second question is today, do you like your students even though they're annoying sometimes?
No, it's funny you ask that. Some people think that there's students that I love and students that I hate. The real answer is that I appreciate all students on their own individual basis. Now, there are students, that can, be more aggravating than other students at times. That's just the reality of how, things work. But as long as people are giving effort, I understand everybody functions a little bit differently, and I try to give everybody a fair chance and a fair crack at, having a chance to succeed and do everything that we need to do in the classroom, but also have fun at the same time. So the reality is I try to treat everybody the same, try to give everybody the same chances, and hopefully everybody, takes their opportunity. And if they do have, a slip up here and there, they try to make a necessary correction. The idea is to have fun here and learn at the same time.
Yeah, definitely. My third question of today is, are you cool?
Am I cool? Well, I think we'd like to think we're cool, but ultimately I don't think it's for me to say that I'm cool. I feel like it would be up for other people to judge that. I think personally, if you're someone that walks around saying you're cool, there's a good chance you might not be cool. So maybe if people think I'm cool, that would be cool. But if not, that's okay too. I'm okay with who I am, and I'm enjoying doing things the way I do them.
All right, my fourth, or probably fifth, I don't know how many I wrote, question of today is, what do you think the viewers need to know in the future and now?
Well, in terms of the club, I think what they need to understand is that there's a lot of different age ranges of kids here from 6th to 8th grade, which, can, lead to different types of interests and different types of, understanding of the club. Some of the 6th graders are getting underway. The 8th graders have maybe a little bit more knowledge, but regardless of what age level there is, there's different types of shows that could, interest people of different, different hobbies and different interests. So, if you like video games, there are shows for that. If you like sports, there are shows for that. If you like gossip, there are shows for that. So there's a lot of different stuff on our channel, Suffern Middle School Podcast on YouTube. I encourage everybody to go check it out. Listen to, your shows, but listen to everybody else's shows. And, music, whatever it is, there's generally something there that you might be able to find some sort of interest in. And it's cool to hear your peers and people of, your age range, making content and doing something that you can enjoy on your own time as well.
All right. Thank you for telling me that. My fifth question, I just figured out now that I had him, is what games or video games do you like to play?
Well, I don't currently have a system. One game that I've been playing recently that I like is the new Super Smash Brothers for the Switch. I like how you can play up to 8 players. The final attacks are pretty cool. There's so many different characters now where it adds to so many outcomes, and it's always been a fun game. I go back to the days of the N64 playing that Super Smash Brothers, and I actually still have an N64 system that me and my friends will play occasionally. But I do like the new Smash. I like playing games like FIFA and 2K. I haven't really gotten into Fortnite or any of those other shooter games lately. I used to play Call of Duty a little bit. But otherwise, anything that has some sort of competitive angle to it, I like, games where it's more user versus user, multiplayer games where you can either play somebody else controller-based or online. I'm not as into the single-player story mode games as, a lot of people tend to be.
All right, thank you. And just saying, I am staying on topic, so my last question, at least for now I have, is what shows do you like that I forgot to add?
What shows do I like? So generally I'm watching a lot of sports, to be honest with you. In addition to that, I'm watching a very popular series called Game of Thrones, which is going into its final season. I've been watching a show called Black Mirror, which has a lot of interesting technology-related, futuristic type scenarios and outcomes where people are questioning how technology could potentially be a little eerie at times, or kind of sci-fi like things. And in general, I'm always looking for new shows. I'm always interested in sitcoms that are funny. Like I used to watch a show called How I Met Your Mother a little bit, or just different things that are on television. Always into game shows and things like that, because I like to run Friday Frenzies in my class, and they always give me ideas of different activities to play with my students. So that's pretty much games and stuff that I like to do.
All right. Thank you for talking with me. Thank you for answering my questions. I didn't know if I could actually do this today or tomorrow. It depended on how I could do this and how many questions I could make. Thank you again for helping me with this or doing this.
All right. Well, Bryan, thank you for having me on your show today. I think you're doing a great job so far. Hopefully people enjoy this podcast and they look forward to, your continued episodes as we continue to, hear more games and shows from Bryan.
Oh, I also kind of should do this at the end of the video, but I do want to shout out some of the people who I'm saying gonna shout out. I'm gonna shout out my friend Micah. He's really funny and he's really good at playing Super Smash Bros. Brawl. He's an awesome friend, and if you ever meet him, you probably say, "Oh hey, are you Micah? You were on Bryan's podcast video." Either way, I thank you for again, Mr. Mascola, and guys, I will get in the video with other stuff I wanted to talk about today. Thank you again, Mr. Mascola. It's been really good having you on the show.
Have a good one, Bryan, and have a good day, everybody else.
All right, see you later. Okay, it's me again, and Mr. Mascola is over there doing whatever he does. And the last thing I'm going to talk about today, since he's not doing anything, and it's no questions, I'm just talking about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Okay, a lot of you guys probably got it for Christmas. Of course, I did. I don't know about other people, but let's just say that game's fun. They released a DLC for it, and Piranha Plant's not one of those characters. Waluigi's not in Smash, Geno's not in Smash, but hey, I guess we got Inkling, though. Cool. But the reason why I want to talk about today is, why do they not add Waluigi in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? Okay, we've been wanting him in for forever, and we don't get him. It's so dumb and everything else. Well, I can't keep this video going on that much longer since I just hit the 10-minute marker. I will talk about this later in another video. I will see you guys later, and bye.
Colors weave into a spire of flame. Distant sparks call to a past still unnamed. Bear this torch against the cold of the night. Search your soul and reawaken the undying light. On that day, when the sky fell away, our world came to an end. In our eyes stood a fading sunrise in the dark, glimmering shadows.